we got a great news batch going up shortly. Great in terms of diversity, I hate that word. Shouldn't use that. Kind of like sustainability. It's a varied and wide-ranging survey of what's going on out there.
And a bit of fun with the debate. Some of the reversals were not as clear as I would like, and so they didn't make it to airplay. There were quite a few, actually, but I had to throw about, I could only use about half the ones that I found, and then when I pass them off on Jeff, who is my quality checker, he threw out about another half, but I think what we've got is pretty good quality. I guess I'll give you my overall summation now. They're really just throwing insults at each other backwards. There's really nothing much of political substance in reversals, if that makes sense.
Right. That would be an expected reverse speech result. I would think that would be the case. They clearly despise each other politically and probably personally, and that's what we saw. So we kind of got what we should have expected. I think there's no big surprise there. It honestly wouldn't stun me if one or the other said, I'm not going to do this anymore. We've seen all we have to see. I'm not going to dignify the other person, whatever. I don't think it changed anybody's mind. I think all the people watching are still where they were before they watched. They got what they suspected they were going to get.
Yeah, really, that's it. Yep. Anyway, so we'll start off with Trump. He's the first reversal up, and his reversal really sets the tone for the whole debate. So here he is forwards.
With the Democrats, they wouldn't even think about not doing it. If they had, the only difference is they're trying to do it faster. There's no way they would give it up. They had Merrick Garland, but the problem is they didn't have the election, so they were stopped.
He's talking about appointing a Supreme Court justice before the election, okay? And here in reverse, idiots soon will barf, B-A-R-F, with them. Idiots soon will barf with them.
Idiots will barf with them. Idiots will barf with them. Idiots will barf with them.
I don't know why that software cuts the end off. Yeah, so he's just calling the Democrats idiots, they're going to make us sick, we'll throw up with what they got to offer. So, it's not a highly intelligent, informational act.
No. It's interesting. It was all there. I could hear the F on barf even. So it was, it was there.
Oh, yeah, no, it was all there. Yeah, but, and then we've got this one coming straight after.
And probably that would happen in reverse also. Definitely would happen in reverse. So we won the election, and we have the right to do it, Chris.
And he's continuing the Supreme Court nominee question. And here he says, serve you in the battle.
Serve you in the battle. Serve you in the battle. Serve you in the battle.
Oh, yeah, nice and clear too, obviously, I guess he thinks he's going in to fight for his right to support a Supreme Court nominee, That's his battle, that's his fight.
Right. Unfortunately, she's a dyed-in-the-wool globalist, so we're not getting we're not getting the kind of conservative American patriot that most people, I think, would like to have or already have been lulled into believing that that's what they're going to get, but it's not. She is pro-forced vaccine. There are a number of other things which I won't go into now, but she's a globalist.
I know nothing about her, so I don't think there's been much audio on her either. Mind you, I've been poured into the debate.
Not that I've seen.
All right, okay, so we've got Trump saying idiots soon will barf with them, and then Biden comes back and says this.
The American people have a right to have a say in who the Supreme Court nominee is. And that say occurs when they vote for United States senators and when they vote for the President of the United States.
And here he says, your venom, comma, jerk.
Your venom, jerk. Your venom, jerk. Your venom, jerk.
It could be your being a jerk.
That's interesting. Your venom, jerk. Your problem. You're pushing it. Play it again. Let's hear this, a reversal.
Okay, so here's the forwards. We'll play the forwards again.
The American people have a right to have a say in who the Supreme Court nominee is. And that say occurs when they vote for United States senators and when they vote for the President of the United States.
And here's the reversal.
Go venom, jerk. Go venom, jerk. Go venom, jerk.
You know it's venom. Look, he's having a go at Trump. Trump has a go at him, so, they're all idiots. I'm all idiots, and we'll laugh at him. He comes back and says, you're venom, jerk. So, they're just trading insults.
Well, it's like high school punks choosing each other off, as we used to say. This is stupid.
I think that sums it. I think that sums up all the reversals. Oh, this one's a classic. Oh, this one has got to go up in the Hall of Fame of reversals. This is quite clear. This is Biden.
Don't tell us what it is. Let's see if we can figure it out.
Sure. Okay. Yeah.
The platform of the Democratic Party is what I, in fact, approved of. What I approved of. Now, here's the deal. The deal is that it's going to wipe out pre-existing conditions. And by the way...
Okay, here we go. Listen carefully.
I want to sit as a leader. I want to sit as a leader. I want to sit as a leader.
What do you hear?
I want to exit as their leader.
Yeah, exactly right. That's exactly what it says. There you go. You should change careers, Jeff.
Huh?
Be a reverse speech analyst, mate. Yeah, that's exactly what it says. Yeah, I didn't think you'd get that. Okay, all right. So let's play it again for those who missed it.
The platform of the Democratic Party is what I, in fact, approved of. What I approved of. Now, here's the deal. The deal is that it's going to wipe out pre-existing conditions. And by the way...
So for those who missed it, just to clarify, I want exit as their leader.
I want exit as their leader. I want exit as their leader.
So he knows he's not going to be in office very long if he quote wins the election. Right. He knows that. It's going to be Ho Harris is going to be President Ho Harris. That's what we're looking at. The camel.
That's right. Yeah. Anyway, I wanted interesting. I'm really glad you heard that reversal. We did this test last week, and you heard it too. So and when I'm doing reversals in class, we generally all the students will hear the same reversals at the same time. And when I'm doing lectures, I'll frequently play reversals without telling the audience what they say, and generally most people will hear them. Which, and when I'm doing radio shows, I'm really not training you, so I don't have time to go over and over to hear it, so I just sort of tell them beforehand. I know I get criticised for that, but it just makes the flow easier, But for the critics who say it's only projection, that's just not true. I mean, it's just not. We've done tests.
Well, once in a while, it's good to just play them raw, especially a real clear one. But generally, all David is doing is making it easier for newcomers to really understand. The trick to listening is to listen for the syllables and the consonants, the hard letters. I always listen for the consonants, and I'll hear syllables too. But if I can hear a hard consonant, that usually locks it right there. But you learn how to listen. I've been doing this with David for 20 some years now.
Look, it's like any new language or talking with a thick accent. It takes a while to get it. I mean, Jeff, when Jeff often used the example, there's two Jeffs. There's Jeff Rense, who is obviously you, and Jeff Toth, who is my right-hand man, for those who don't know. But Jeff uses the example when he moved to Australia to live. I mean, he lived here for 5 years. He said for the first 6 months he couldn't understand a thing that we were all saying, because he just wasn't.
Forwards. That's funny.
Yeah, forwards. Look, this next one's pretty clear. This is on Biden. Here, we'll play you this one without telling you. See how we go with this. The first 3 words you should get. The last 2, I think I meant to cut them off, actually, but I didn't. I don't think I did. So here we go.
Just quickly finish up because I want to move on to our next.
Yes, I would. He's been totally irresponsible the way in which he has handled the social distancing and people wearing masks, basically encouraged them not to.
Okay, here we go. Listen carefully.
Non-Shit.
What do you hear?
I think maybe you should have cut the last 2 off, but play it again.
Yeah.
I almost got it. I just about got it.
All right, I'll just do the reversal only.
Not to.
Well, it's not. Go ahead.
You can't get it. Okay. I'm a jerk. You shit. This is what I've got it as.
Okay. I didn't think he said the S word, but all right. Let's play it again.
No. So it's just I'm a jerk. I should have cut the 2 words off at the end, but I didn't. So anyway, here we go.
You shit.
Anyway.
Well, it's almost. It's almost I'm the, but there's not a real hard TH there, but it's kind of sleazy right in there. But I'm something jerk is clear. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a jerk is what he's saying.
He's calling himself a jerk, okay? Right.
That's right.
All right. Then Trump comes out and says this. Oops, sorry about that. Hang on, I had an email come in at the same time.
The individual mandate was the most unpopular aspect of Obamacare. I got rid of it. And we will protect.
And here he says, have the new dagger. Okay, the moderator
we'll have the new dagger. We'll.
Okay, let's do it again. Oh, yeah. You're right. You're absolutely right. The moderator's voice over the top of it. So,
yeah.
Look, I just think he's talking about, this is his new dagger in the battle, what's he talking about? Individual mandates? Let's play the forwards again. Hang on.
The individual mandate was the most unpopular aspect of Obamacare. I got rid of it. And we will protect.
Okay. Yeah, this is his new issue, his new fighting point, okay? This is a weapon in his battle, okay?
Right.
So all we're seeing is just jabs back and forth,
sure.
Basically what we're seeing in this debate. Okay, here's another one. This is Trump again.
He won't ever look you in the eye and say that's what he wants to do. Take it away.
No, I want to give them better health care at a much lower price.
Now, this is a double-edged reversal. This has a negative and a positive in the same reversal. Help the low scum with a great fire. Help the low scum with a great fire.
Careful, low scum with a great fire.
Careful, low scum with a great fire. Careful, low scum with a great fire.
Great reversal, nice and clear, got that beautiful sing-song tone to it, but he's calling the people the low scum, and the great fire is his new healthcare deal. Does that make sense?
Yeah, let's run that again. I got another idea, but I just want to see if it's there.
Okay, so here's the forwards first off.
He won't ever look you in the eye and say that's what he wants to do. Take it away.
No, I want to give them better health care at a much lower price.
Okay. Oh, sorry about that. Went too far. Okay. So I've got help the low scum with a great fire. Sounds like you're hearing something different. So here we go.
Careful, low scum with a great fire.
Careful, low scum with a great fire. Careful, low scum with a great fire.
One more time.
What do you Sure.
One more time.
Take it.
Hang on, here we go.
Well, somebody,
Hang on, go back to the beginning. Right. No, sorry, I lost it again. Okay, now we'll try it.
Careful of somebody. Careful of somebody. Careful of somebody.
Oh, I think I hear health below scum, the great fire.
Health below scum.
Health below scum, the great fire.
Not help, P, but health, T-H.
No, there's a TH there. I think there's a TH there.
Okay. Health below scum.
careful of somebody.
Careful of somebody. Careful of somebody.
You hear it? There's
Yeah,
a TH in there.
Actually. I can hear
There's
that.
a TH there.
Right. Health below scum with a great fire. I wonder what that means. Let me do it again.
Careful of somebody.
Careful of somebody. Careful of somebody.
See, that's a TH. There's no P in there.
Yeah, no,
It's
you're
health.
absolutely right. No, I hear that quite clearly. Health below
He's talking about health below scum. It has to do with, he's saying two things at once, basically, but health is the issue.
Yeah.
Below scum. Below scum. See, that's what, when you are listening, all of you, that's the hardest thing to pick up, are the little consonants. Like there's a T and an H. It's hard to hear, but it's there. And you heard it on the slowest version, the most clear. So health was the first word. Otherwise,
I still think he's putting the people down. I think he's calling the people scum.
He is. But which people? Not his supporters. He's talking about people who are pro-Obamacare, who want the welfare state to step in and pay for everything they want. I think he's putting down communists is what he's doing, ultimately. Socialists, communists.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Here's another jab.
Because you didn't think I should have closed our country.
I'm sorry? Oh, I'm sorry. It was two people speaking once on the tape. I got confused for a sec. Okay, I'll play it again. Incidentally, I want to point out that a lot of I don't know whether you've noticed this already, but notice how most reversals are when they're talking over the top of each other or when they're jabbing each other.
That's funny. Yeah, that is true.
Most of them. So here's this one.
Because you didn't think I should have closed our country. Wait a minute.
It says 2 minutes.
You didn't think we should have closed our country because you thought it was terrible. You wouldn't have closed it for another 2 months. By my doing it early, in fact, Dr. Fauci said President Trump saved thousands of lives.
And he says, you're learning you were dumb.
You're learning it with yum.
You're learning it with yum. You're learning it with yum.
You're learning you were dumb. He's just having a bar with Biden.
You're catching on, Biden. You're learning how dumb you are. That's funny.
Right. Yeah, that's right. Like I said, the whole debate's like this. I'm only halfway through, but I'm not going to finish. I mean, I'm only halfway through during the whole debate, but because it's been a lot of work. It's taken me two days to get this. So, because there was just so many reversals that just didn't make the cut, unfortunately. So, all right, now this one has had a couple of different interpretations. I can't remember what they were now. I think Jeff agreed with me on this, but I post all my reversals on Facebook before they go to air, and I go with a lot of the comments people make. So for those who are listening who read my Facebook posts, I do read them all, and I do take them into consideration, even though I may not comment. So there you go. Okay.
If we find a new way to hear these reversals during the program, do you go back and usually change those on your Facebook posting?
Yes, I do.
Because that would be good.
Not Facebook post. It's on my file, but I can
on your file. Yeah.
Yeah, I change them on my file.
Because I think we do come up with some real good clarifications on some of these things, and they're very important. This is exactly as you described it, though. It's two punks throwing insults at each other. That's what it is.
That's what it is.
It's funny.
That's what the whole debate is. Yeah. It's pathetic, really, that these are the two men to vie to run our country, your country, for the next 4 years.
Oh, I'm just a resident here.
Okay, all right, here we go. Next one along.
And a lot more are going to die unless he gets a lot smarter, a lot quicker.
Mr. President?
Did you use the word smart? Trumps.
Okay, when he says to use the word smart, here, go to the break. We'll play this when we get back from the break.
All right, I remember hearing this. Donald said, "You used the word smart?" That was funny. He went on from there. All right, we'll be right back with David Oates, ReverseSpeech.com. Okay, here we are back. Now, we're doing reverse speech analysis of the, I don't know what you'd call it, but it certainly wasn't a debate. A debacle. I call it a debit.
Debit, okay, right.
Nobody gains. It was, I don't know if it was a debacle. It was what we would expect, I think, really. That's just who these people are. It's who Trump is, and between the two of them, Trump certainly appeared more genuine. When you look at the videos, I've got both videos. One of them clearly shows a black wire on Biden's shirt, and suddenly it's pulled down out of the way. And then clearly, and this video is up there now at the top of the page, look at it. There's another item hanging out of his left cuff. It's right there, and all of a sudden that's pulled back out of the way. It's like it was on some kind of a retraction device, and somebody could remotely control it if it slipped out too far. I don't know what the hell that was, but it's something, and that's why he refused to be inspected for earbuds or any other electronic devices, and he refused to be checked for drugs, because I think we all know that to get a performance like that, he had to be pharmacologically enhanced, and methamphetamine has been used for dementia patients since the 1950s to bring them up off the floor and to allow them to function for a little bit, and then they slip right back down. So we'll see. Anyway, the electronics are a big issue.
Well, I've got a reversal coming up that will verify that too. So,
all right.
Well, verify it. Depends on whether you believe reverse speech is proof or not. If you accept reverse speech is proof, then I got a reversal that verifies. If you think it's all just interesting propaganda, then I don't know what you'll think of it. All right, so here's this one on Trump. Here we go. The reversal occurs on Trump's little snippet right at the end.
And a lot more are going to die unless he gets a lot smarter, a lot quicker.
Mr. President?
Did you use the word smart?
Did you use the word smart? It says Trumps, they will cede it.
Trumps, they will cede it.
Trumps, they will cede it. Trumps, they will cede it.
I think what he means by...
No.
What have you got? Okay.
No, Trumps, they will, and then it sounds like D, it's a D in there. Deed it. Deed it. Trumps, they will deed it. And let me hear it again, but it's a D.
They will deed it.
Trumps, they will deed it.
Gee, I don't know.
Trumps, they will deed it.
Trumps, they will deed it.
Trumps, they will deed. Trumps, they will deed. You don't hear the D?
No, I'm hearing an S, I got to admit.
No, the D. Deeds.
Yeah, I know you're saying D. I know you're saying D. Let's listen again.
Trumps, they will deed it. Trumps, they will deed it.
Oh, it's a tough call. It's a tough call.
It almost sounds like a combination of a D and a G. It's a
strange one.
It's not I think you first said sense. What'd you say?
Seed, S-E-E.
Seed. It's not. There's no S there. There's no seed. Not that I hear.
Anyway, I think he's basically saying this is my point. This is Trump's point I'm making.
Well, sure. He went on from that moment and continued laughing at how dare you, creeper, use the word intelligence with me in any shape or form. Yeah, because he doesn't consider the creeper to be very smart, and he's not. He isn't.
Okay. I'm just trying to find the next reversal. Trump was seated. Oh, here we go. Look, I hear this one quite clearly, but those on my Facebook page didn't hear this. So anyway, let's play it.
Half of the companies that have poured in here will leave, and plenty of companies that are already here, they'll leave for other places. They will leave, and you will have a depression, the likes of which you've never seen.
Look.
Okay, I hear this, and Jeff hears this. Have skull on the shelf. It's a metaphor. I'll have to explain what it means, but if you can hear it, then we're fine. Have skull on the shelf.
Have skull on the shelf.
Have skull on the shelf. Have skull on the shelf.
That sounds quite.
It's not S-K-U-L. There's no U. It's S-K-E-L. And I don't know what that means. Listen again. Skell.
Let me do it again.
Depression, the likes of which you've never seen.
Look.
Have skull on the shelf.
Have skull on the shelf. Have skull on the shelf.
There's no skull. It's not you. I don't hear a U at all. It's skell. Have skell. Play it again. Maybe we'll come up with it. Maybe it's part of a word. Let's see.
Okay, all right, here we go. I mean, I'll concede it.
They will leave, and you will have a depression, the likes of which you've never seen.
Look.
Have skull on the shelf.
Have skull on the shelf. Have skull on the shelf.
Could be
whoa. The first word is I've. I''V-E. I've. Listen again.
Could be still.
It could be something like that. He starts out making a statement.
Now it's skill. Now I can hear skill. I've skill on the shelf. I can hear that. Here we go.
I've skull on the shelf.
I've skull on the shelf. I've skull on the shelf.
I can hear that.
I've skilled on the shelf. I think that's what I hear.
Okay, well, it's a compliment. He's saying I've got what it takes. Huh, okay, all right.
Right,
wow.
Right. Well, the first word is certainly I've. Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. No, I totally agree with it now. Took me a while. All right, here we have Trump again making a little snide comment backwards.
Fewer interruptions. I'm appealing to you, sir, to do that.
Well, and him too.
Well, frankly, you've been doing more interrupting.
Well, that's all right, but he does.
Oh God, boy, that Wallace is such a lightweight. He couldn't even hide his. He was caretaking of Biden, is what he was doing. It's just the most overrated journalist I've seen in a long time.
Look, he actually called Trump quite a nasty word a couple of times in reverse. None of it was clear enough. Well, the word was, but the sentence which it is wasn't clear, and it was the C word. And he used it.
Really? Oh, I'd like to hear that. Do you have one?
Dump any of them. No, I didn't dump any of them.
All right.
I didn't.
I mean, some of those that are questionable, we should play. Maybe we can figure them out.
Okay, well, I'll get more critical then. Okay, all right. But anyway, this one said, this is Trump, and he said he, the parrot. And I think he's having a dig at Wallace. That's his name, isn't it? Wallace?
Yeah.
Said he, the parrot.
Said he, the parrot. Said he, the parrot. Said he, the parrot.
You know, he's just doing what he's told to do. He's just being a parrot, okay? Right.
What does he say? What do you think he says? I'm sorry. Said he the parrot. Said he the parrot. Okay, yeah, I think that's what you're right. I think you got it. Let's hear it again, please.
Said he the parrot. Said he the parrot.
Said he the parrot. Sure. Said he the parrot. He's mocking him, of course.
Yeah, that's right. He's mocking him. He's having a dig at him. Like I said, the whole debate is all of this. rubbish. I haven't played a politically significant reversal yet. So it's just strange.
No.
Okay, here's Biden having a go at Trump for racism.
Oh, please.
Virtually nothing. Look, the fact is that you have to look at what he talks about. You have to look at what he did. And what he did has been disastrous for the African-American community.
And here he says, we kill if I hate.
We kill with the hate.
We kill with the hate.
I actually heard Will as well, I must admit. Yes, I did hear that. We kill with the hate.
We kill with the hate.
Yes.
We kill with the hate. We kill with the hate.
Yep, there it is. Clear as day. We kill with the hate. Okay, well, that's quite a true reversal, isn't it? Hey, Biden.
That's the first congruent one of the night, yes.
Absolutely it is. Let's play that again forwards.
This man's done virtually nothing. Look, the fact is that you have to look at what he talks about. You have to look at what he did. And what he did has been disastrous for the African-American community.
And we kill with the hate.
We kill with the hate. We kill with the hate. We kill with the hate.
There, score one for Biden. There we go. Good on you, mate. Yeah, that's the type of reversal I like to hear. So we have one politically significant reversal, okay? Okay, now, look, this reversal, you're going to have to listen hard for. I agree it's mushy, okay? But Jeff passed it. He thinks it's there. It's significant if you agree it's there. But I agree it's mushy. So here we go. I'm bringing a mushy one to the table, just like you asked me to, okay? So here's, start off with Chris Wallace, and the reversal is on Joe Biden answering Chris Wallace.
That there is a separate but unequal system of justice for blacks in this country?
Now, I want you to, hang on, let me go back a bit. I want you to notice how Biden stutters and stammers. He closes his eyes real tight. And that's right where the reversal occurs.
Country?
Yes, there's systemic injustice in this country.
Hear that? He stutters and stammers. And then he says what I hear, and what Jeff agrees with me, in a nice American accent, and answers through their tape.
I don't hear through. No, through is not there. It starts with an S. It's an answers, and then there's a S after. But play it again. Let's hear it again. Just the reverse, please.
Okay. I said it's mushy. I agree.
Yeah.
Justice, this country.
And answers, there's a tape. There's something mushy in the middle, but it's and answers and then tape.
Let me do that again.
Systemic injustice in this country.
Okay. Okay. I agree. The through is really precise, but I'm hearing an answers and I'm hearing their tape. Okay. Right. We could have two reversals here. Their tape could be a bug. He's using old terminology, tape, like I do. You know, people of that generation use that terminology. Is he listening to a pre-programmed answer? Is that why he's stuttering? Because he's trying to get an answer.
Well, it would make perfect sense. He was wired. We know that. He refused. The only reason he would refuse to be examined for electrical devices is if he had any. The only reason. Right. Otherwise, he'd say, hell yes, let's, yeah, fine. So, yeah, how is he getting the information? That's the interesting part. What was the thing in his sleeve? Was there a little tiny receiving device in his ear? Was that a very short-range transmission from his cuff to his ear? Because if it was done over any distance, the Trump people could have easily picked it up with any kind of simple electronic devices. I don't know. The guy was wired. There's no question about it. None. But how did it work? I don't know.
Yeah, I wish that reverse was clearer. But anyway. All right, here's Biden with 2 aggressive reversals about the police.
The vast majority of police officers are good, decent, honorable men and women. They risk their lives every day to take care of us.
And here he says, gets the dead.
Yes, they did.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
No.
Guess the dead.
Oh, guess the dead. Okay, let's do it again.
The vast majority of police officers are good, decent, honorable men and women. They risk their lives every day to take care of us. Yes, they did.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
Oh, yeah, guess the dead. Okay, well, I don't know.
In other words, guess how many are going to die. He knows that there's going to be a war on the police. A lot of police are going to be ambushed and shot, unfortunately. They already have been. And I think he's just saying, guess the dead. Get to be a little, to take a dramatic license. Well, just guess how many are going to die. In other words, he knows. He doesn't like police. He's a socialist, liberal. He doesn't like them. That would fit there. So I think that's what he's saying. By the way he was speaking there was, and I don't know how they do it, but it was very much as if he was reading off a prompter. But he didn't have a prompter, we know that, but it was very much like he was reciting what he was hearing.
Well, I had someone post on my Facebook page that they've got these special contact lenses now, where you can actually see the.
You can see in the lens. You can see exactly. That might be true, and I'll tell you why. If you look at the close-ups of him, his eyes look super dilated. They look dark, black. And maybe there was a screen there of some kind in those contacts that would cause him to squeeze his eyes shut, you said at one point, uncomfortable. Yes, he could easily be reading off contact lens prompting. That's certainly technology that's there.
Yeah, right. Right.
Now, whoever wrote that to you is very smart, because that's correct.
Yep. Yep. And folks, if you want to know all the latest on reverse speech, you've got to become my friend on Facebook, because I post all the latest updates on my Facebook page. So just search for David Oates. I'm the only one who does reverse speech, so you'll find me. Well, I'm the only David Oates who does reverse speech anyway. So. All right, here is the last reversal of the debate that I found. Coming up now. I'm only halfway through it, but I'm not doing any more. I've done enough to know what's going on. They're just jabbing each other. Really, that's really all they're doing. So there's a one old go and repeat, which I think is important. So here's Biden still on cops.
These cops aren't happy to see what happened to George Floyd. These cops aren't happy to see what happened to Breonna Taylor.
And here he says, I blank Nazi.
No, there's no blank there. It's not blank.
Oh, you can't hear the blank?
Okay. No.
George. These cops aren't happy to see what happened to Breonna Taylor.
It's either I fight Nazi or the other F word, Nazi.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, the other F word. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's what I meant by blank. Sorry. It's the other F word.
I think it's the F word.
It is.
F-U-C-K, Nazi.
Yeah. I'll play it again. That's how I got it documented.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
These cops aren't happy to see what happened to George Floyd. These cops aren't happy to see what happened to Breonna Taylor.
Yeah, okay. What is that saying? He's declared war in his own political position. He wants to blank Nazis. Blank them or kill them, destroy them. Blank them. And who are the Nazis? Anybody that doesn't agree with the liberal, progressive, Marxist, Leninist, communist line of political BS. They're all Nazis to those people.
That's right.
So he wants to blank them. Kill them.
That's right. That's right. That's right. You got it. It's an aggressive reversal, to say the least.
He's a communist. No question. None.
Yep.
So again, what I've been saying here, David, for a long time, is that the vote here has nothing to do with the personalities. They don't have much control of anything. They're figureheads. This is a freak show. All right?
Yep.
What you need to look at is the general direction that either would be an indicator where politics would go. Trump's case, what's left of the constitutional republic of the United States, what's left of it. With Biden, right down the AOC communist, Marxist, Bolshevik line. Right there. Your vote is for communism or for constitutionalism. That's your vote.
Exactly right. And I want to replay this reversal that everyone needs to be aware of. Here's Biden again.
The platform of the Democratic Party is what I, in fact, approved of. What I approved of. Now, here's the deal. The deal is that it's going to wipe out pre-existing conditions. And by the way,
now, I played you this reverse without telling you what it was, and you heard it all. I want exit as their leader.
I want exit as their leader.
I want exit as their leader. As their leader.
There you go. So
he doesn't want to carry the load.
Voting for Harris, eh?
That's right. He doesn't want to carry the load. He's just going through the motions to put Ho Harris in the White House.
You got it. Yep. Yeah, so there you go. So not much substance in that debate, unfortunately.
No. Empty suit. He's an empty suit.
Yeah,
that's all he is.
Just really parroting. Trump calls Chris Wallace a parrot and then calls the rest of them idiots, and we'll barf with them. Here, let's play that reverse again. That was funny. And we'll play this one.
With the Democrats, they wouldn't even think about not doing it. If they had, the only difference is they're trying to do it faster. There's no way they would give it up. They had Merrick Garland, but the problem is they didn't have the election, so they were stopped.
And idiots soon to, or Sue will barf with them.
Idiots will barf with them.
Idiots will barf with them. Idiots will barf.
Don't know why that cuts the last bit off. But anyway, so there you go. That's who you're voting for, folks. It's a wrestling match like those stage wrestling matches. You know, they're just all trying to score points against each other, and unfortunately, there's nothing of substance, and that's sad, really. I mean, it is. It's politics should be a lot more than this, and the debate forward was really just a joke, and backwards just reflects the whole spirit of the debate forwards, you know, unfortunately.
Here you go. You wouldn't dream of checking your text messages or responding to email in the shower. It's much too risky for your smartphone, right? But doing such tasks may soon be possible, meaning already possible, as new technology will let you see information such as text using special contact lenses.
Wow.
When was that written? December 8th, 2012. And you think in the last 8 years, they haven't long since perfected this? You better think again. So that's how the creeper did it. He sounded to me, I said, that guy's reading. He sounds like he's reading. He was. He had some of those lenses on. I'd bet on it.